fellow followers? I'm back. Um, Bear with me, I'm looking up my horoscope. I've been getting big into that stuff lately. Um, Still don't really got it. You know, basically, don't got a lesson plan for tonight. But it's been a couple nights since I posted. So, um, anyways, lots going on still. World's still kind of, for the most part, going to hell. There's still some good people out there. So one thing we were talking about at work is like how people, come in, do crap to get free shit. And the way I look at it is, how would you like it if you owned a business and someone pulled that shit on you? Whether it's a corporate owned big company, you're still stealing. Still wrong, still horrible, and it's called being a con artist. Don't have any respect for you. I knew the lowest piece of scum. But there are ways to gain respect back, even mine. And it's hard to get my respect back, but it's still possible after you lost it. So with that being said, be a decent person. Fuck. Don't destroy other people's lives just because you have a miserable life. Hell, I feel like that's been happening a lot lately to me. Well, my whole life. My stepmom's resented me from day one after my mom passed. Vindictive as hell. Always turns my biological dad against me. You know what? I don't need it. One thing I do not need is his approval, anyone's approval. Since kicking him out of my life's climbed. You know what? Who cares? If they're gonna drag me down, I don't need them. So on top of that, Utah's been getting a lot of rain. Kind of nice. Also, kind of depressing. Don't like rain too much after so much of it. But, kind of need the rain. Need the water. So, luckily I get tomorrow off. Don't know if it's gonna rain. I guess I should look that up. Because I gotta get a couple things done for myself. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get my truck fully running properly. Excited for that. But yeah, if any of you guys that are following me know somebody or anyone that needs a little inspiration or has a certain topic, or if you guys have a certain topic for me to talk about, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm not always gonna have a lesson plan, but if I see what, because if you guys want me to talk about something, chances are I haven't been through everything, but I've been through a hell of a lot. And one of the things I like to do is sympathize, even if I haven't been through that, or try to give you a shout out, because life is hell, and it's kind of sucks when you don't have too many people behind you. I didn't majority of my life. Finally got a good foster parents. Like I said, I lost them because of my own stupidity, and I own up to my own mistake, and won't ever get to talk to them again, even though they were my best friends. But you know what? That's my consequence I got to deal with, and I'm going to. I'm going to keep moving my life up, keep bettering my life as much as I can. But with that being said, yeah, I try to do my best to, be a good person. As much as I can. sometimes it doesn't happen, or sometimes I can't do as much as I wish I could. But you know what? There's a point of going overboard. Sometimes you need to draw the line because you're gonna damage yourself. Um, but yeah. And, you know, you should never do something that would cause harm to yourself. Even if you think you're helping someone else out, but it ends up hurting you in the long run, don't do it. Try to give them, you know, because a lot of times there's other ways of going about things without, exerting yourself. And something I've noticed is sometimes it's just a simple phrase will lighten someone's day. There is a song I do like, and it is true. I don't remember the artist's name, but it's called The Call. It's true. Sometimes the littlest thing makes a big difference for someone. Littlest words. So, with that being said, yeah. I hate seeing people be tore down or hurt. And another thing that went on in the shop today was I was messing with my boss. I'm like, you should tell him the bad news because I don't like giving bad news. It just doesn't make me feel good inside. I'm a softie when it comes to people. And it kind of backfired on me. I was going to play a prank, and the customer went, well, if I knew it was bad news, at least we know it wouldn't be you coming in. I'm like, dang it, that is true. But yeah, guys, sometimes you do have to give bad news, and I hate doing it, and I'm gonna try to get better at it, because you know what, especially in my line of work, the bad news I give will actually help the person in the long run with saving money on their vehicle or causing harm to someone else in the process. Even though it sucks, sometimes you gotta do it, and sometimes it'll help someone else out in the long run. And another thing, guys, cars are already a deadly weapon. If you know there's something wrong with your car, but you don't want to fix it because you don't have the money or time, save it up. Or take public transportation, something. Because a vehicle is already a deadly weapon. Plus, having issues with it or driving stupid just causes to deadly weapon. Yeah. You do something stupid, someone gets hurt and dies, you still get charged with murder. So, it would be involuntary manslaughter, is what they would call it. So, like I said, if you know there's something wrong with your car, you don't have time or money, there's other ways to get around. Yeah, it may suck, but let's care for each other. Let's try, protect one another. We're a community, we're whole, here on the same world. We only have one world. So, and, another thing is, part of my job is after on emissions. And when they fail, it kind of, I don't like giving bad news. But then again, I have to think of it this way. We only have one world, and the emission helps with pollution. So, if I can keep the world safer just by cutting back pollution and telling people that their vehicle is causing pollution, I'm going to. It's, And those are the things I'm going to start working on. My challenge is for you guys. Look at something that you wish you could do better or something you wish you were stronger at. And try to work on those. It doesn't have to be a lot. It could be one thing at a time. Baby steps is always the best place to start. I know. Yeah, I couldn't for the life of me, do much because I was always scared. I didn't like, giving bad news. I still don't. But I'm gonna work on it, even though it sucks. Still gotta do it. And, I hate telling people no, but I've gotten better at it. So, there's a lot I used to suck at, and that I want to do better on, that I came from, and I've gotten better at it. And, yeah. And another thing, well, it's past tax season, but when I was doing my taxes, go to the same place every year. The lady was looking at it, she's like, and she kind of, we started talking and, kind of explained different things going on and all that, and told her how I kicked my dad out of my life, and she said, well, compared to all those years your dad was in your life to now, you must be doing something right, because, you climbed on income, which is, always a good thing. And I was getting paid way less too. It's just that I actually stuck with a job. I wasn't letting things tear me down and quitting and walking away. So, my goal is to keep bettering myself, keep sticking with shit even though it sucks, you know? But another thing, if you look at a job as you wake up and go, oh fudge, I gotta go to work, I don't want to. It's not the right place for you. It's torturing you, don't be there. But don't quit right away, obviously. Have another thing stepped up and play. I know I've done a couple walkouts for different reasons. The last one was for a really big reason. I won't say what or anything like that. And yeah, but there's a lot of places 90% of the time I left on a good term. And that's the way you should do it. And there's places I've just walked out because of certain shit that I won't tolerate and I shouldn't have to. Of course, yeah, if I were to tell someone about it, it could be getting taken care of, or it could lash out worse. That's another thing I've done in the past, is opened up about something and it backfired. And someone I thought was very close to said, snitches get stitches. So I should sit there, get harassed, bullied, and be like, want to kill myself more? That was one place I walked out of because it only got worse and no one seemed to give a shit. Not even HR, they laughed about it. So, and they watched it happen. And that place is no longer open, they've been bought out, and wonder why. And they know who they are. And you know what? Yeah. And another thing that kind of gets on my nerves is a buddy of mine, once like a brother, sitting out state prison. He called me up one day all upset because of what his mom said to him. And he said, I never want to talk to her again. I told him, that's your right, but that is your mom. I wish I could fight with my mom, have arguments and all that, but I can't. Something I won't ever be able to live with. But he told me why, and I understand where he's coming from. But hopefully one day him and his mom can work that crap out. Me and her, no, I won't ever talk to her again or anything. If he asks me to text her or call her, I won't. Just for the simple fact of, just because I don't make triple digits a year like you, doesn't fucking matter. And that really pissed me off. Because you know what? I'm the type of person, I'd give you my shirt off my back, even if it was the last thing I owned, if it would help you out. And the fact that she said that pisses me off. The fact that even though I'm struggling as is, I continue to put money on his books because I want to see him better his life. And I know he is. And yeah. And about 6 months ago, you were telling me how thankful you are that I'm his only friend that's stuck by his side. Now you're playing this game. Don't tolerate it. Maybe you need more people like me in your life to be more grounded. Because guess what? till you pull your head out of your ass and you know who you are, you're not gonna have any friends. And the fact that you say your son shouldn't be friends with someone like me, you know what? Fuck you. You date guys that just come out of prison and fuck them. So, what's the difference between me and you? That I'm sticking by my best friend, no matter what, helping him succeed. The fact that I might have him a job when he gets out, all that shit. You know what? I don't want to deal with that. You're the type of person that doesn't even need to be in my life because that's bullshit. I stuck by your son through thick and thin because you know what? Yeah, he needs help and he's bettering his life. If he wouldn't be bettering his life, do you think I'd be sticking by him, calling him my brother? No. I'd walk away as well because I wouldn't want to be dragged down. So with those facts being put in place, yeah. But you know what? If you're gonna act like that just because you got money and certain people don't, you know what? Who cares? Money doesn't buy happiness. When you die, your money doesn't go with you. You know what goes with you? You. And here's another thing to think about, guys. If you were to die all of a sudden out of the middle of nowhere, how many people would come to your funeral and cry and mourn? There's an idea to think about. I bet you would have more than a handful of people come to mind. Because you know what? I like to genuinely care about people. Not use them, abuse them, and leave them. I don't like ripping people off. I've been ripped off several times in my life. And I just let it happen. Even though I knew what they were saying was false, I still did it because I'm a soft person. I knew they were struggling. But you know what? If you're struggling and you know me, you know you don't have to make up a lie. Be up in front and honest with me. You'll get more brownie points that way. I don't care. Because everyone comes from a dark side, dark path. It's your job if you want to change that. Because you can only change yourself. You don't want to change, you're not going to change. No one can change you. You have to be willing. You can accept help on changing, but initially you have to put the effort in. No one else. So until next time, see you guys.